Hey guys, it's Kat here with you today with something very exciting that I haven't done on this channel yet, and that is a book review. A non-spoiler book review of one of my favorite duologies of all time. I love this duology. But first I'm gonna do a non-spoily bit and just give you the synopsis, starting with this one. This Savage Song duology is about a world that's divided by humans and monsters, and these monsters are born out of, they're the consequence of a violent act. So if you punch somebody, or mug somebody, or jump somebody, a monster called the Corsai will pop up, and they're just kind of like chaos. They're just, the way that they're described is shadows with teeth and claws. Yeah. Corsai, tooth and claw, shadow and bone will eat you raw. That's kind of, there's a little song in the back, so I'm gonna go with it. The next monster, a Malachi, is born if you murder a human. So, Malachi, sharp and sly, smile and bite and drink it dry. So they're kind of like skeletal vampires. It's very interesting how Victoria describes them. And the final monster, my favorite monster, obviously, if you read this, is a Sunai. Now, Sunais are only made out of a mega violent act, so like a mass shooting, or a bomb, or something that has killed and hurt a lot of people. So it's Sunai, eyes like coal, sing you a song and seal your soul. I love it. This duology takes place in this world and in a city called Verity, which is quite literally divided, except they're divided by humans. So there's one side where it's Mr. Harker, which is kind of like a dictator, and he kind of just promises protection for everybody if they wear these medallions, and the monsters seem to be more on that side. The other side, the Flynn side, which is kind of like a resilience, like anti-Harker side, so they're kind of just like, hey, you're not a good person right now, you're actually being absolutely awful. And because Harker is using these monsters to kind of control his people, while the Flynns want to completely destroy these monsters. Except for the Sunais that all live with the Flynns, because what Sunais do, they're supposed to technically cleanse the world. So part of their mission, once a Sunai is created, is to prevent an act that's happened, that's kind of created them, from happening again. Now, this is going to get into the spoilery section, so doop, log off. If you haven't read this, log off, order them if you haven't bought them, and then read them, and then come back and talk to me about this. Alright, I'm just gonna assume everyone that hasn't read this is gone. I still love them, but this is my time. This is my time to talk about one of the best trilogies ever written. Not trilogies, duologies. And admittedly, I don't read a lot of duologies. I love long series, so duology is kind of like, it's only two. And actually, I kind of felt that way about this. This is probably the biggest drawback about this world. It's so don't get me wrong, it's like so well constructed, and the world building's absolutely fantastic, and you can follow along and you understand the rules of this world and how things function. I just want more. This is a completely greedy just want that might be a slight drawback for me with this duology. So I just want more. I just continually want more. Now, I'm gonna talk about the main characters. Augustus Flynn, the Sunai, my son, I love him, and Kate Harker. So, I hated Kate. I hated her, but I also loved her. She was kind of like, oh wow, villainy, badass female character that I kind of love. That was Kate for me. And then she turned into a better person, which I absolutely love, because she turned into a better human by Augustus, obviously the monster. And just when they went to school together, I think that's the turning point for her, because she started becoming a better person when the two started hanging out, and especially when they went on the run. That was a time when they went on the run and evaded authorities and fled to this house where she lived with her mother previously, which also, why does her dad have to be this horrible asshole? That's not really explained. You get the idea that he's been greedy and that kind of her mother's death set off this whole thing, but it doesn't explain why he wound up using monsters. I would understand just having these medallions to protect people, but he uses the monsters in like this underground thing, and I'm like, what the fuck? Also, on top of that, Sloane, you hated Callum Harker. You hated him. Not just for the way he treated Kate, but like just the fact he was so obviously villainous. But Sloane, he only becomes the main villain in the second book, Our Dark Duet, which I will go into in a minute. Sloane is absolutely despicable. He's like one of the most disgusting villains I've ever read about, and I'm just like a complete, just give me the gross villains, please. I want cruel, I want like absolutely evil villains. Sloane is that absolutely evil villain, which I guess you can say like he gets a slide off because of the he is a monster. He's literally a vampire, but he takes it a step further, and I'm just like, you are so despicable and disgusting, and I loved it. It just brought this element that, holy cow, love. But now I'm gonna talk, okay, I feel like I've talked so much about Savage Song, which I actually haven't, but it's just because I read Our Dark Duet more recently. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Like, I almost fell off my bed. I literally cried at that ending. Like, what the hell? Victoria, I did not deserve Kate's death? Come on, she's been through too much. She didn't deserve dying. And she killed her off. Just like, no, I'm just gonna kill her off. And she didn't even kill her off in like a humane way. She was taken over by the monster, the newest monster that they created, which, whoa. Talk about an interesting creation. Obviously, if you read Our Dark Duet, she was in another city called, I can't remember. It's for okay, thanks. I think it's like Prosperity or something. Yeah, it was like one of those. And where monsters totally don't exist, that's Verity's problem. But they do, and I think that's the most interesting thing about the monster in this, the new one. That it can possess people because apparently it doesn't exist. So it's quite literally a shadow that possesses you. And I think that was absolutely fantastic. I loved it so much. It was so good. Wow. 10 out of 10. Wow. I'm gonna keep saying wow because I love the concept behind that monster because it's, again, like we learned in the first book, monsters are born out of consequence. So if you constantly hide those problems, then the monster that you can't see should obviously be your consequence. And also that group Kate hung out with in the beginning of the book, I love them. Can I get a companion series of just them? Like them learning about Kate's death because like Augustus suddenly finds, like goes off and it's like, hey, Kate's dead. And they're like, what the hell? And he's like, yeah, I know. I'm crying because she was low-key, like, my best friend. Not low-key. She was high-key his best friend. And also, that one scene where they became more than friends, that official turning point when they kiss, and Augustus nearly stole her soul that way. I'm not gonna lie, I was shipping them at the very end of this Savage Song. I was like, yes, I need these two together, and I know, but I don't because I want this to be a platonic relationship, but I really don't. Come on, they need to get a happy ending, they need to be together. They can't even kiss without Augustus nearly killing her, and I was like, also, how Augustus is like, oh, I have to be more like Leo. No, you don't! Look how that turned out for Leo. Look how that turned out. You need to be like him, my ass. Like, I was so mad when he just, that entire transformation, but they were so well done. Like, how you kind of got a little bit of Leo's voice. It's just, oh, another thing that was absolutely brilliant, the way that Victoria told this, was how there was bits of the monster that was inside of Kate, and how he kind of got his own perspective because we were so used to Augustus and Kate in the first one, and that those were the only perspectives. And then she adds this other perspective of this absolutely fascinating monster. Victoria Schwab is a god. That's basically what this review is about. Just Victoria Schwab is a god, and I'm very upset with her for hurting my soul this way. That's basically what this is about. But yeah, such a good series. Such a good series. Such a good series. I love this so much. It was so good. 10 out of 10. This actually might be my favorite book of 2017. No promises, because I have quite a bit more books I want to get through this year, and I'm going to. But this might be my favorite book of the year. This is like the first 5-star rating I've given out this entire year. So it's kind of like, this also got a 5-star rating for me. Like, both of these books are one of the few 5 stars that I have. I'm so happy. I love this series so much. So much. Alright, that is all from me in this. I do plan on having another review up on The Cruel Prince, and that will be a non-spoiler because it's not out yet, and that's kind of evil if I was like, haha, I'm gonna spoil everything. But it's not out yet, so it's kind of, I can't do that. But I'm definitely gonna be doing a review of that. Hopefully that will be up before this is up, or this might be up before that one is. I'm not sure yet, but it will be up. Anyway, that's all from me. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you liked if you like, comment if you read this and have opinions you want to add, or if you didn't like this series, because I would love to talk to you about it and understand why. Just, I think, yeah, I would love to talk to people who did not like this series and just see what they think. I don't know. But I had a great time reading it. Can you tell? Anyway, but yeah. Thank you for watching again. You mean so much for just viewing, and thank you. Bye.